And let's talk about Raven, Johnny Polo, Scott Levy, one of my old travel partners. Man, he was
Wait,
another
stop.
guy.
Wait. Whoa. You traveled with Raven, Scotty Flamingo, Johnny Polo, Scott Levy. You traveled in a car with him.
You did not know that?
How did you not throw him from the moving vehicle?
Because it was me and Raven and Brian Pillman. We would always get a Chevy Lumina van, and we called ourselves the Comedy Trio, plagued by bad service, because every time we went to a Denny's, an IHOP, or whatever to order some food, they would forget something or they would neglect us. They wouldn't take our order. Something would happen. So we would always refer to ourselves as the Comedy Trio, plagued by bad service. But man, Scott is he's a very, very smart guy. And, he has that appearance that he took on in ECW. He was laying down, again, some of the best promos that were going on in that day.
Absolutely. There was never a character like Raven.
A great character.
I don't think that's really him, because, again, he is so intelligent. I don't think he had a horrible childhood where he was neglected and or abused and had this internal pain and the need to want to hurt himself, and that's why he did the things he did, because it was self-loathing. But, man, he really made you believe it.
He had a great mind for the business, just driving up and down the road with him, listening to his thoughts on angles, booking, etc. He saw the big picture, and he understood the business.
And he could work. He could tell a good story in the ring. Scotty told very good stories with his wrestling. Absolutely had, and when he had a brawl with Tommy, did that as well. But all those storylines he did with the Sandman, where he stole Sandman's wife and turned his kids against him, and Sandman's 7-year-old son turned on Sandman in the ring and was dressing like Raven. All that came from the twisted mind of Scott Levy.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That's the great thing about Paul, is Paul would have ideas, or Paul would ask you for ideas and then work with you on them. There was very little in ECW that was just handed to you, like, here's your character, here's your promo.
Right.
It didn't work that way. Paul didn't do that to you. It was collaboration. Who are you going to be? Well, yeah, all right, fine. We called you Superstar Steve Austin. You were Steve. You just came in and you shot on everybody, and then you backed up in the ring. Everyone was pretty much an extension of who they were.
What is Raven doing these days? Is he on the independent scene? Is he still working?
I don't know how much he works, because I don't see his name online. I ran into him recently at an appearance. Every once in a while I'll do these autograph appearances, as long as they don't involve getting on an airplane. So basically I'll go as far south as Philly and as far north as Boston. Other than that, I don't want to miss time with my family. So I run into him every once in a while. I don't know how much he wrestles anymore. I don't know if he's in ring shape, to be honest with you. I don't know if he's kept himself in ring shape.